You'll hear from a series of incredible women, our shining stars, who will share their journeys, milestones, and the challenges that they've overcome to become the success stories they are today. Each speaker will share their story, and at the end of all presentations, we're going to have a Q&A session where you'll have the opportunity to engage with them directly. To begin this evening with blessings, we have with us our Director Communication, Ms. Afaf Sharif, who's going to come to stage to recite a few verses from the Holy Quran.
Assalamu alaikum. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. فمكث غير بعيد فقال أحدت بما لم تحط به وجئتك من سبأ بنبأ يقين إني وجدت امرأة تملكهم وأوتيت من كل شيء ولها عرش عظيم وجدتها وقومها يسجدون للشمس من دون الله وزين لهم الشيطان أعمالهم فصدهم عن السبيل فهم لا يهتدون الله يسجد لله الذي يخرج الخبأ في السماوات والأرض ويعلم ما تخفون وما تعلنون الله لا إله إلا هو رب العرش العظيم. Translation. He was not long before he said, I have grasped what you have not grasped, and have come to you from Sabah with sure news. I found a woman ruling over them, and she has been given of everything, and she has a mighty throne. I found her and her people worshipping the sun instead of God. Satan has made their deeds appear fair to them, and has misled them from the path, so they are not guided. If only they would worship God, who brings forth what is hidden in the heavens and the earth, and knows what you conceal and what you reveal. There is no God except Him, the Lord of the mighty throne. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
You see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we knew at the twilight's last gleam. This was the bright stars through the perilous skies. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets were clear, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner yet wave, for the land of the free and the home of the brave. All saints of each our Lord, each brave of each our God, shining as behind each as we walk His word, let the day of each our God. All saints of each our God, the day of
Once again, welcome. On behalf of Pakistan Chamber of Commerce, it's an honor to host this event celebrating Pakistani women who have truly reached for the stars. These extraordinary women have become pillars of strength, due models, role models, sources of inspiration for others. Their achievements remind us that the sky is never the limit when determination, resilience, and purpose align. Tonight, we honor them, not just for their success, but for the example that they set for all of us. The Pakistan Chamber of Commerce continues to work tirelessly in support of our community. If you're not a member yet, we encourage you to visit our front desk. Our team will be happy to assist and guide you through the process of becoming a member so you can take advantage of everything PCC has to offer. Let me take a few moments to introduce our wonderful, wonderful team and the power behind PCC. We have our president, Mr. S.M. Ali, Ms. Humaira, Director of Media, Ms. Afaf, Director of Communication, Ms. Fauzia, Joint Secretary, and I'm Manal Jafar, I am the Central Secretary. We have our men folk who are in the background somewhere. We have Farooq, we have Janzeb, they are the directors. We have Faraz, he's one of our passionate directors, and a treasurer, he's absent today, his name is Talha. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to the President PC, Mr. S.M. Ali, whose unwavering support made tonight's event a reality. Thank you for your tireless effort, Ali. Thank you so much. The sponsorship, a few minutes for the sponsorship. Before we continue, I'd like to take a moment to sincerely thank our generous sponsors. You know, everything here is for free. You didn't have to pay a cent, right? Okay. World Food and World Food Express for their incredible support in making tonight's event possible. Please put your hands together for World Food and World Food Express. Your partnership and commitment to community engagement are deeply appreciated, and we are truly, truly grateful for your contribution to the success of this evening. Please join me in giving them a big round of applause. Thank you. Another one. Okay, our patron, Mr. Salman Razaki, is absent today, but he has a few words to say, and I'm going to relay his message. So give me a few minutes because I have to turn on my cell phone. Today he says that he wants to talk about something that is not only crucial for our sisters, daughters, and mothers, but for all of us. That is women empowerment, and more specifically, the urgent need to empower South Asian women in our communities and beyond. As someone who grew up in South Asian household, I have seen firsthand the strength, intelligence, and resilience of the women around me, but I've also seen how that strength is silenced. Our culture, while beautiful and rich, has long been dominated by patriarchal values. Men are raised to lead, women are often expected to stay in the background, quiet, supportive, and submissive. Because when South Asian women are visible, they become CEOs, artists, doctors, philanthropists, politicians, and change makers. And they don't just succeed for themselves. They shift the narrative. They show the next generation of girls what's possible. And they show the world that our culture isn't static. It's capable of progress and equality. As men, we have a responsibility too. We have benefited from our system that favored us. Now we must be part of the change. Supporting women doesn't diminish us. I think all of our husbands and fathers and brothers should have been here to listen to this. Now we must be part of the change. Supporting women doesn't diminish us. It elevates all of us. It's time we challenge the norms that no longer serve us and make space for voices that have too long been unheard. To every South Asian woman out there, your voice matters. Your dream matters. You should never have to ask for permission to be powerful. And to the men listening, our role is not to lead the conversation on behalf of women, but to stand beside them, to listen, to amplify, and to act. Let's move forward together. Let's empower, not just in words, but in action. Because a truly strong culture uplifts everyone in it. Thank you. And this is a message again from our patron, Salman Razaki. Please put your hands together. Okay, now a little bit of introduction of myself. I think I'm going to have a brief pause for the azan. Okay. My name is Manal Jafar, and I'm an educator and a community builder. I currently serve as a business developer and academic lead at Bilingual Education Institute in Houston, and I'm honored to be the General Secretary of PCC for 2025. Okay. Thank you guys, thank you. Let's begin our lineup of our shining stars with someone I hold in high regard. As a proud Canadian College alumna, it's a personal pleasure to introduce our first speaker, Sajal Javed. Sajal Javed is a result-driven HR executive and certified diversity professional with over 20 years of experience. Currently the Chief HR and Cultural Office at LA Theatre, she champions inclusive culture and talent development. She has spoken at Yale, Columbia, and more on anti-racist HR practices and inclusive workplaces. Please put your hands together and welcome the ever-shining Sajal Javed.
Thank you so much, Pakistani Chamber of Commerce USA, for putting this event together. Because we have some very dynamic women to come forward and talk about their journeys. और सबसे बड़ी बात यह है कि हर किसी की journey बहुत different है. So it does not matter what your journey is. What matters is where you get at the end of it. So the journey does not matter. So मेरा start, as you know, I work in HR. Why I'm here? Okay, HR का क्या तुम क्या shining star HR में बन गए भाई? तो बन गया गलती से. So basically what it is that I am from Pakistan, I am from Canadian College, I did my bachelor's, then I came here, and then I got married, and then I got divorced. So the thing about what she said about men supporting their women is that when I called my father in Pakistan and I said, Papa, I know you'll be mad, but I don't want to live with him anymore, I want a divorce. My papa was quiet for 1 minute, and then he said, what took you so long? And I was like, what do you mean? He said, Beta, when I came to America, I saw the dynamic. I did not raise you like that. He was like, I was just waiting when enough is enough for you. So my point is, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to be in bad situations, because life can give you good and bad. But it's up to you how you make it good for yourself if it is bad. Anyway, I got my bachelor's degree after my divorce. I got my master's degree. I had no money with a small 5-year-old child. I tried, I worked, and after that I said, okay. So then I went to New York City. I got remarried and I went to New York City. So then I went to Columbia University. I was working as a child protective specialist for 5 years. That's a very, very tough job if you know what a CPS job is. And then I went to Columbia University. I said, okay, I'm going to do social work and specialization in HR. And why that matters is because हर किसी को job चाहिए. Everybody needs a job here, right? So you do want to work in an institution that can support you, जो कि आपको अच्छी जगह दे काम करने के लिए, right? So I said, okay, so that was what happened. So I worked there for, after my graduation for a few years. And then I moved to Houston to मेरी बेटी ने high school graduate किया. So I came here. उसके बाद I came without a job, no nothing. I was like, I'm going to be out on the street. I don't have any money. But finally, I found a job. I worked at Georgia Brown. I worked at Texas A&M as the HR director at both places. And then I finally moved back from Texas A&M to Houston to work at Alley Theatre. I got hired as a HR director. Now, why this is important is because Alley Theatre is one of the best regional theatres in the United States. If you have never been there, you probably don't know, but it is. And it's an Emmy-winning theatre. But it was 72 years when I joined it, because I've been there 6.5 years now. And they had never hired a Pakistani man or a woman ever there at the Alley. Wow. And why this is important at me being a Pakistani woman is that I got hired as a brown Pakistani woman at a white theater and an executive HR position where I'm sitting with the entire leadership team And in this room, everyone is white but me. So anyway, but what was the most funny part was when we have board meetings and we have 50, 60 board members sitting and you see all white men and women and I'm the only brown face in there. So it can be a little daunting for people because आप बैठे होते हैं कमरे में कहते हैं यार मैं को गलत बात ना बोलूं, right? But somehow I was never afraid. I've always had this confidence in my life. And I said, okay, if I say something wrong, that's fine, I'll apologize, I'll figure it out, right? But I was never afraid of that. So when I walked in there, I told my boss, I said that this is if I want to work there, I want autonomy, I want to do what I want to put in place, because I was the first HR director hired for the alley. I started the HR department there. That was the other accomplishment. The reason why I say that is that for a white organization where even my managing director had never worked with a Pakistani person ever in their life, or the artistic director, it was a big thing for him to hire me to start his HR department. That's a huge thing, and that goes for your background and the accomplishments that you have achieved in there. So I started working there, and then COVID happened. If somebody remembers what COVID was, right? So then COVID happened. And then after COVID, while we're still in COVID, the Black Lives Matter movement happened, if you know that. That's when all the equity, diversity, inclusion stuff came out and everybody started doing it. Now, are you doing it because you just want to put it on the books? Or are you doing it because you actually want to make a difference? So I told my boss, I said, okay, I have done this EDI stuff, but in corporations, when you get hired, if some of you, I mean, most of you have worked in there, वो hire करते हैं, आपको छोटी सी diversity treatment देते हैं, training देते हैं, and then you're done. Nobody talks about it again, right? So I said, listen, if we want to make this a part of our culture, then can you give me like a 3-minute mark? Sure. So I don't talk too much.
Don't worry. You're good.
So I told him, I said, I will learn and I will do this the way that I feel that my culture at this organization could handle it and they want to do it. Because every company that you work for has their own culture. He said, okay. So then I took it upon myself. I did my diversity trainings. I became a certified consultant for diversity. I create my own diversity trainings. I give them every month at the Alley Theatre for staff and stuff like that. Now, 4 years into it, when I started there were about 15% person of color. Now, there was no Pakistani or Indian. Let me mention that. No Pakistani or Indian. But when we say person of color, yes, they had some blacks, they had some Hispanic, so that added to that population, but not this side of the population. So when I started there, that was about that number. And today, after 3.5 years, we are 42% BIPOC, and that includes a lot of different person of color. Now, I do want to mention that, since I'm mentioning it in this time that we are in right now with our government, that we did not have any quotas, we did not do anything. What we did was teach people and tell people we may be different, but we are very similar. And my message to people is the similarities unite us, the differences divide us. So look at the similarities we have. We all cry the same, we all bleed the same. I see world over the doctors show you that smiley faces and everybody tells where you are in the pain level, right? So we all are the same. Yes, there are differences, but those are the differences that make us unique and make us different and make us who we are. So when you're in your workplace, I would say embrace who you are, be who you are, be your authentic self. Otherwise, you're not going to survive and you're not going to thrive. That's my key, is thrive where you are. So anyway, so that's where I'm right now. So I have given trainings for Yale University School of Drama, Columbia University. I have done that. I have done it for HR Houston. I have done it for a lot of different organizations in Houston. I constantly speak at conferences. I do a lot of stuff, and people call me up and ask me to come because they know that what I know is what made a difference. And it is authentic. I am not just checking a box. It's not a checking the box for me. It is who I am, and this is what I believe. So I am an HR professional, let's say that. So I'm an chief HR officer, so I do have the entire HR department under me. So the challenges I faced in that job was that, like I said, I was the first person. They did not know how to treat me. They did not know how to understand me. They just said, oh, I'm sorry, we may know the language, but the nuances of the culture we do not know. And that is what matters. And this is what you need to understand, right? Yes, a word we know, understand, but it may be completely different to them, where they come from or what their nuances is. So that is what some of the differences were, or if you said a word, oh, this is what it means, hiring people, setting the department up, doing all of that, and saying, no, this is what I want, because this is what is going to help me in my department, and give the numbers behind it, give the data behind it, and say, this is what I want, and I did get all I wanted. Wow. So that is if you want something in this day and age, as an HR person, my thing is to you is, you need to have the numbers behind it, because guess what? The numbers is what matters. The data, the numbers, have that, have all your research, and if you want to go to your boss and say, this is what I want to do, guess what? You have the numbers behind you. It's hard to say no when you have the data behind it. So anyway, there was a lot of challenges, but anyway, we rose above the challenges. So what my message to people is, so I am an HR consultant, I am an HR director. So what I do on the side is that I do HR trainings, I do HR for smaller companies that don't have the money to hire an HR person. But if they get into Department of Labor issues, or if they get into any of the other issues, they can call me and I can guide them through the process. And then when we need a lawyer, if we're at a point where we say, you know what, now we need a lawyer, then we consult the lawyer. But at least how to get to the lawyer is where the stage that I come in. So we say, yes, we do need to go to a lawyer now. But before this XYZ we have to do. So I do that. For new students that are graduating, my work with them is teaching them how to write your resumes, telling them how to apply for jobs, how to interview, how to negotiate a salary, how to if you do get hired, how to be in that workplace and how to win people in that workplace. So that is the services I do for the new people who are hired and stuff like that. For the people who are already in their jobs, it's like how to negotiate your salary, or if you have any issues, then what do we do about it? So those are the things that I do on the side. And I feel being Pakistani, we are different when we are in the workplace, but we have to assimilate in that workplace in a way that work culture is. So how to do that, how to assimilate yourself, and how to not to be that different that people don't want to come to you or want to talk to you. So that is a skill that you have to learn, and that is a skill that I teach people, and how to do that. Because if good job, you stay there, you know how to handle yourself, you're going to get promoted, you're going to get more money. Those are all the things that happen when you know how to be in your job. So what I wanted to say was, let me just say that before I give this word. So I say network with a purpose, get strong mentally and emotionally, gain education, grow your network, go out and meet people. If you have boards, go volunteer on boards, non-profit boards, whatever you have to do. Focus on your own growth and development. You are enough and you are complete within yourself. और ये चीज़ है जो मैं कहना चाहती थी कि women empowerment के ऊपर के fathers and brothers, the men in your life are very important for you to succeed and have success. And that is where you have to talk to them and mold them. And the last thing, when a woman or a mother is strong, the family is strong. Indeed. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Afaf Sharif, Director of Communication at Pakistan Chamber of Commerce and co-host for today's evening. Before I invite our esteemed speaker, Ms. Sana Salman, to share her insights with us, I would like to take a moment to express my admiration. Sana Salman is a dynamic entrepreneur and CEO of Global Partner Warehousing, the first Pakistani female-owned Amazon-approved warehouse provider. With a background in e-commerce, business consultancy, and a passion for mentoring youth, she's a powerful force for empowerment and innovation. Now, it's my pleasure to call Ms. Sana Salman upon the stage.
Wow, I thought I was the third one. But anyways, what an incredible room. Can everybody feel the energy that we have right now in this room? Right now we just heard one speaker, but we have another line of speakers who I personally know, and when you know somebody personally, it makes a really different impact when you hear them on the stage, when they're sharing their journey. And all the other women present over here, right now I'm having goosebumps by listening to the stories and feeling what everybody have gone through their life and what they have achieved. So this is a remarkable, remarkable evening. And I would certainly like to thank you, Pakistan Chamber of Commerce, Ali, Ms. Pibrani, to organizing this event in which the women of the Houston and this community got a chance to come and speak up about themselves, about their achievements. And to be honest, I think, I can't see her, but she said that Houston में ज़्यादातर मर्दों का राज होता है. So I would like to say that next time, please have it a joint gathering. So जो मर्द ये समझते हैं कि ह्यूस्टन की औरतें किसी से कम हैं, उनको भी थोड़ा सा इस चीज़ का एहसास हो जाए that things are changing now.
The next president has women.
Yeah. Amazing. See, the world is changing. It's 2025. So, those who don't know me, I know you introduced me very well. And that girl, Afaf was just sitting there, and she was telling me I was just chatting with her. I like to chat with people. I'm a people's person. तो मैं जहाँ भी जाती हूँ सबसे पहले ये कोशिश करती हूँ कि मेरे दोस्त बन जाएं. I don't know the mic. I think I'm. Hello. It's working? Can you hear me? Yes. Okay. तो दोस्त बन जाएं. दोस्त क्यों बन जाएं? जैसे अभी सजल ने भी बताया कि networking is one of the best thing that probably can get you in your life. अगर आपको अपनी जिंदगी में कामयाब होना है तो आपको एक अच्छा नेटवर्क बनाने की बहुत शदीद ज़रूरत है, स्पेशली इफ़ यू आर अ वुमेन, क्योंकि ख़वातीन को बचपन से अनफॉर्चुनेटली हमारे माशरे में थोड़ा सा कंटेन करके रखा गया है, जो भी हमारे रस्म व रिवाज हैं उनके अंदर या फिर किसी और चीज़ के अंदर. सो प्रॉब्ली अ लॉट ऑफ द गर्ल्स दे डोंट हैव दैट कॉन्फिडेंस टू कम अप एंड से हेलो टू अ स्ट्रेंजर. बहुत सारे हम में से लोग जो हैं वो इस चीज़ से लड़कियां घबरा जाती हैं, कह रहे भी मैं इससे सलाम कर दूंगी, कहीं को मेरे बारे में कोई और बात ना बन जाए, कोई कुछ और ना समझ ले, कोई और चीज़ ना हो जाए. But that's not how it works. If you're a professional, if you want to lead like a professional, you have to think like a professional. ये बात याद रखिएगा, जिंदगी में कोई भी चीज़ गलती से नहीं होती. Every step, every hurdle, everything which was placed in your life was because what you are today. आपकी ज़िंदगी में जो जो hurdles आई, जिसने धोखा दिया, जिसने दिल तोड़ा, जिसने नुकसान दिया बिजनेस के अंदर, वो सारी चीज़ें shape up the reality what you are today. Right now, if I talk about me, I come from a broken family. My mother was a single mother. She was well educated. उनकी अच्छी बात ये थी कि at that time in the 90s she was working in Ministry of Interior. My father was an educated man. He wasn't somebody from गांव या देहात जो ये समझे कि बेटी जो है वो कोई गलत बात होती है. But you know the circumstances and stuff. So I've seen my mother always nurturing me and telling me कि नहीं, मेरी बेटी 10 बेटों के ऊपर भारी है. So that's the perspective that every mother should have. You are not less, you are more than a man. कम तो किसी भी तरीके से नहीं हो, right? Aj, I'm proudly can say that our warehouse, so I switched multiple profession. I started as an event manager in Qatar in Middle East. I moved to the US in 2019. I did my cosmetology license. So I'm a licensed cosmetologist as well. And then pandemic happened. मैंने 5-10 हज़ार लगा के अपना सलून बनाया और मेरे क्लाइंट्स आने बंद हो गए थे. इस वक्त पेंडेमिक सारा स्टार्ट हुआ. So all my investment, all my savings, what I had from Qatar was drained down the line. धंधा ही बंद हो गया तो अब क्या करेंगे, कोई आ ही नहीं रहा कोविड की वजह से. I started exploring e-commerce. I started watching YouTube. I started watching different videos. जहाँ से मैंने ये सीखा कि US के अंदर Amazon is one of the largest e-commerce marketplace in where anybody, whether you are in the US, whether you are in Pakistan, any part of the world, you can come and you can sell your products. ना आपको अपना किसी से बात करने की ज़रूरत है, ना किसी को चेहरा दिखाने की ज़रूरत है, ना किसी को मिलते तरले करने की ज़रूरत है कि हमें नौकरी दे दो, हमारा पे स्किल बढ़ा दो, हमारा HR की 5 स्टार हो जाए, आपस में किसी. You are the sole ownership of that brand. So I started my own private label brand in United States and in United Kingdom, UK के अंदर. And then I started giving the trainings to the women who had small children who couldn't go out of their houses, who had, issues with their spouses. They were not able to. I'm sorry. Yeah. Do I still use this? Who were not able to go out and work. So guess what? ई-कॉमर्स राइट नाउ जो लोग यहाँ पे बैठे हुए हैं और उन लोगों ने अभी तक ई-कॉमर्स इंडस्ट्री को एक्सप्लोर नहीं किया, they are lacking behind क्योंकि it is a gold mine. Your mind will be blown out how amazing it is कि आप सुबह उठें और आपके 1000 ऑर्डर आए हुए हैं और आपने किसी से बात नहीं की और आपके बैंक अकाउंट के अंदर एकदम से जो है वो $2000 एक हफ्ते के अंदर आ गया. Just imagine that feeling, how powerful that is. So that's one thing that I really preach to all the women, that they should explore freelancing, e-commerce. And right now what we are doing is we are making a bridge between US and Pakistan. So my products, what I launched, they were all made in Pakistan products. So we are promoting the Pakistani economy, we are promoting the Pakistani trade by having those made in Pakistan products coming to the US and distributing among all the United States and across. So that's a very big thing. That's a very big thing. So resistance जो है ना, जब भी आपकी ज़िंदगी के अंदर कोई resistance आए तो take it as a challenge, take it as an opportunity, because the larger the resistance is, the larger is going to be the transformation. अब मैं अगर कोविड के टाइम पे ये सोच के बैठ जाती कि भाई अब तो मेरा कुछ नहीं हो सकता, ये 2-2.5 साल का पीरियड है, कब दोबारा से क्लाइंटल बनेगा, कब दोबारा से सारी चीज़ें स्टार्ट होगी, तो the things would have been very different. और ट्रेनिंग देते देते मैं अपनी प्रेप करती थी अमेज़ॉन पे सामान भेजने की. तो मेरे एक स्टूडेंट ने कहा कि मैडम आप अपना काम करती हैं, आप हमारी भी प्रेप सर्विसेज देनी शुरू करें. तो प्रेप सर्विसेज ये होती हैं कि आप यहाँ पे यूएस में बेस नहीं हो, आपने अपना सामान भेजा और किसी ने तैयार करके वो अमेज़ॉन भेज दिया. आई स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम माई गराज वेयर हाउस. मैंने अपने घर के गैराज से ये काम शुरू किया. एंड राइट नाउ विद इन 2 years आई हैव मूव टू अ 10,000 square feet of the facility which is the first Pakistani female facility in warehousing approved by the Amazon Service Provider Network, जहाँ पे इस वक्त सब दूसरी गोरे कंपनियाँ और providers हैं, but nobody is from Pakistan right now there. So that's something that I would like to tell कि कभी भी सही वक्त नहीं होता ज़िंदगी में स्टार्ट करने के लिए. जो वक्त आज है यही सही है. If you would look for the perfect circumstances, the perfect budget, the perfect partner to launch your business, you will never be able to do that. जो वक्त आज है ये सबसे बेस्ट है, आज ही डिसीजन लो, आज ही अपना काम स्टार्ट करो. एंड आई वुड ऑलवेज 100 out of 100 times recommend do your own business. बेशक आप छोटा करें, बड़ा करें, स्मॉल स्केल के पर जितना कर सकते हो उतना करो. कुछ चीज़ हाथ से बना सकते हो, बनाओ और बेचो मार्केट में. You will be surprised by so many of my students who have established so well by just small brands like jewelry बना रही हैं, कोई अपने घर के कपड़े बना रही हैं, उसके ऊपर बेच रही है Amazon पे. It's a huge market. गोरा पागल है हमारे पाकिस्तानी कपड़ों के लिए, हमारी ज्वेलरी के लिए. Why do we have only made in India product label everywhere, made in China products label everywhere? We have to put Pakistan on the road map, and it is going over there. It is right now going over there. You would see so many sellers which are from Pakistan doing amazing work on Walmart, on Amazon, on eBay, on Etsy. You name the platforms and it will be there. Right? So I think my time is up. और एंड में माइक चल पड़ा है, कभी चल रहा है कभी बंद हो रहा है. ये भी पाकिस्तानी औरत की जिंदगी की तरह है, कभी चलती है कभी बंद हो जाती है. तो इस नोट के साथ आई वुड टेक अ लीव. और आखिर में जाते हुए सिर्फ एक बात कहूँगी, सबसे बड़ी पावर अल्लाह ताला के बाद सिर्फ डॉलर की है. तो अपने अपने बैंक अकाउंट के अंदर ज़्यादा सारे डॉलर जमा करें. कोई आदमी, कोई औरत, कोई बच्चा, कोई बुजुर्ग आपको तंग नहीं करेगा. जस्ट हैव दैट बैंक बैलेंस एंड दैट पावर इन योर हैंड. थैंक यू.
Okay, I will take this opportunity to recognize Mr. Salman Razaki. He's here. Please, can you please? Oh, I didn't see your show in the background, sir. Please put your hands together for our patron, Mr. Salman Razaki. The ever exhilarating and motivating message that I read to all of you a few minutes ago was by that man there. Thank you for empowering us and standing by us. Thank you, sir. And Sana, thank you for a powerful speech. My friend and I were just talking that we need to talk to you on the side after. We need to start a business together. Okay, next up, Misbah Chaudhary. An experienced immigration attorney, Misbah Chaudhary has been practicing since the year 2000 and founded her firm in 2011. With offices in Houston and New York, she has offices in both the North and the South. She handles employment and family immigration, as well as removal proceedings. Her leadership in the field is widely respected within immigrants and communities. I personally have a lot of international students who have obtained their green card through Misbah Chaudhary. So please put your hands together, everyone, for Misbah. Please take the stage.
All right. My name is Misbah Chaudhary. My maiden name is Misbah Sethi. Rarely people know about this, and they always think that I am by birth Misbah Chaudhary. I'm not. It's an adoptive name from my husband. My journey starts from Pakistan, like most of us, and I completed my law school from Pakistan initially. Then I came back here, got married with my husband, and then started a family here, went back to school, completed my master's in law, and then started my journey. From the very beginning, I'm in law profession and I'm immigration law. I don't think of knowing anything else than immigration law. And I'm very proud to say that I claim to be one of the attorneys in immigration law who have practiced, like tasted every A to Z part of immigration aspect, which rarely even the immigration attorneys do, because it's a very broad subject, very broad practice, very broad subject. I have 3 boys, and one of them is in law school right now, other is in pre-med, and the third one is just going to high school. So I'm trying to take responsibility of my family life also, as well as along with my profession. For ladies, I think so I don't have big things to say, but I think that ladies are empowered all the time from the very first day with the existence of the first woman on this earth, Hazrat Amma Hawa. I think so she was the powerful woman who drag Hazrat Adam from Jannah. So I think so we are the one who are followed all around, and men keep on following us. And when they think that they are the one who empowered or who are the one they are standing, I respect men a lot. And but I think so they should always keep this in mind, that they are raised by the women, by their mothers, and then trained by their wives. So I think so it's very important to give the importance to women, how they create a culture, how they create a society, and how empowered we are when we are doing our work. It is very important to raise your boys, to raise or to teach the men around you to respect women. I think so this is one of the basic aspect of any successful society, to give respect to women, because women are very smart. Believe me, all the ladies around here, they are gems. And I understand that they know what they are doing, very hardworking, very determined. I have my staff members, mostly they are ladies, and I'm very proud. Other than my son, he said I'm the only guy in this whole thing. But yeah, but other than him, I think so it's. And I'm very, very happy with their performance, with their hard work, with their determination. Many of these girls, they work with me, they go to law school, they come back to me with a successful life, and I'm always very, very proud of them. So I think so, the most important thing, education. Education is very important. All of our girls, we should train them to go to school, go to professional schools, and please go out and work. Like make a life for you. And like Sana said, and like Sajal said, it's very important that we are financially strong. Financial strength is very important for women, so they can take a stand in life. I will not take much of your time because I don't talk much. Anyways, I talk a lot, I'm just joking. But this is what I like to say. The other thing so nicely Sajal and Sana has put on, so I think so you guys are very enlightened with our presence. Thank you very much.
Already did your speech for you, so you have 3 minutes. Please come to the stage. Put your hands together for Mr. Kurman. Thank you for being here. Thank you, sir.
Assalamu alaikum, very good evening to you all. First of all, I don't think this is my show. I don't want to be here. I love that everybody, all the men are sitting in the back. That's where you belong, guys. At least with tonight. You guys already, I guess you read my message. I don't have much to say. Congratulations.
Great message. Thank you.
Sajal, everybody else, keep up the good work. We do need your guidance, and as a courtesy, I would like, first of all, thank you, President Amir, Piprani, and Ali, Vice President, and all the board members for putting up a nice event here. This is the need. This is what we need in our community. हमारी ख़वातीन इतनी ज़्यादा हैं, इनको ज़रूरत है सपोर्ट की और इनकरेज करने की. तो प्लीज़ as a token of respect and appreciation, I will support PCCA to establish a fund for you guys so that you can mentor some of you girls, give them career guidance, resume writing, whatever you can do to help those kids. So we'll start out a fund with PCCA for $10,000 ताकि उससे आप लोग करें. But that money cannot be used until something is done about it. तो ऐसा नहीं कि आप लोग खाली उसको खर्च कर दें. उसका मकसद ये है कि वो बच्चियों के लिए हो, ख़वातीन के लिए, उनकी पावरमेंट के लिए हो. God bless America.
Thank you so much, sir. Just to let you know, we did do a similar program last year, and we did receive that 10,000, and it went to the deserving high school students. If you have a chance, please take a look at the brochure for high school students aiming for the university. PCC, in collaboration with Aghas, is going to announce a $10,000 scholarship for at least 4 nominees of girl students who have the objective of achieving the stars.
I want to do this 6 now this year.
6? Oh wow, we have increased it to 6. Great. The more the merrier. Okay, next up we have Fawzia, our director, our joint secretary, where she wears so many hats. I'm sorry, Fawzia, every time it's a different hat, but she is here, she's a member of our team. She's with us and she's behind us, and right now I want you to take the stage and invite our next shining star, Farah Kamal.
Good evening, ladies. Okay, I had the honor and joy of introducing someone incredibly special to me. I've known her and admire her since she was only 16 years old. Sadaf Sultan is not only an inspiring entrepreneur with over 2 decades of success as a mortgage professional and founder of several thriving cafe ventures, but she is also someone whose journey I have personally witnessed, rooted in resilience, kindness, and unwavering faith. Her dedication to serving others, combined with her remarkable strength as a mother and businesswoman, make her story uniquely powerful and deeply inspiring. It gives me immense pride to introduce my dear friend and a sister, Sadaf Sultan.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. First of all, thank you so much, Fawzia ji and PCCA for this meaningful opportunity and privilege to share my story. It is an honor to stand before a room full of just beautiful and brilliant women. Coming behind these amazing ladies, it's like I can't just hold a mic and talk, but I'm gonna try. Okay, I do have some notes there. As Fawzia said, I'm a mother of 2 handsome teenage boys who are my pride and joy and my why. Every step in my journey has been rooted in purpose of raising them with love, strength, and faith, and showing them what it means to serve with heart. I came to the US as a teenage girl with my immigrant parents. I am the eldest sibling of 4. So naturally took on the role of a nurturer and caretaker early in life. While my path wasn't easy, it shaped me to be a self-made woman I am today. I'm guided with faith, perseverance, and a firm belief that if you lead with a heart and purpose, God opens doors and make you a source of goodness for others. So a little bit about my journey. I am a licensed mortgage loan officer for 23 years now. I built my business entirely through referrals and trusted relationships. I take pride in making home buying process feel less overwhelming and more joyful. I handle the complexity of the finances, of course, with very much care and clarity, so my clients can focus on the excitement and in finding their new dream home. And then I have a couple of hospitality ventures. Hope you guys have enjoyed something at Coco Crepes Sugarland. By now, it's been around for 7 years now. So Coco Crepes, just the Sugarland location, is a reflection of my love for rich coffee, indulgent desserts, and community service. It is a space that feels like an extension of my heart, where families can slow down, connect, and create sweet memories together. And then most recently, in Richmond, Texas, in Oleana specifically, I opened a fusion cafe called Blends and Bites. So it's the newest venture, a true passion project of mine. It's a fusion cafe that brings together bold, diverse flavors and fun, welcoming space, from smash burgers to crispy fried chicken, some fruit blends, acai bowls, a full coffee bar. We've got something for bringing people together. So definitely anywhere in Houston, Oleana is about 10 minutes from here, so you guys go check it out. And if you mention this event, you will get a 20% discount. Just guiltless plug there.
It's like 20% for PCC members?
PCC members, yes ma'am.
PCC members, so you have to show us the PCC membership card in order to get that 20%.
Yes. You got it.
So are you guys ready for to take this?
Yes.
Okay, so why hospitality, right? You guys will, I get that question a lot. Why hospitality? I didn't think this through at all, guys. It's a 7-day business. When I jumped into it, I did not think it through at all. But today, I can say that these businesses bring me joy because these are spaces are extension of my personality, warm, welcoming, and joyful. They are places where families gather, share stories and memories that are made, and that happens on a weekly basis. So it's really wonderful to see that. So my core value and purpose, my life is rooted in servant leadership. I find fulfillment in lifting others. It was really lovely to see these ladies speak over here. It's really, really inspiring. Mentoring my team, seeing lives change, helping businesses become the source of sustenance for others, it's what really keeps me going. I believe I'm just a channel. I'm a channel of God's way of reaching to others through me, and I do not take that lightly. So challenges that I faced throughout my journey, I'm just going off the guidelines PCC gave me, so bear with me here. Entrepreneurship is not glamorous, guys. I know it may seem like that from the outside, but it's not glamorous. It's hard, lonely, and often misunderstood. It's challenged with late nights, a lot of late nights, no sleep, self-doubt moments, and definitely hard. So I would say that for me, as a business owner, you do end up buying a job for yourself. It's very fulfilling if that's what you want to do 7 days a week, and it's inspiring and fulfilling. So definitely know your purpose before you jump into entrepreneurship. That's my view on that. There's a lot of competition, so there's a lot of dark times where you have these doubtful moments of having all your life investments and just watching it flood down the drain to dead rent or something else. It's really not easy to build businesses. So if you have the drive and have support, definitely become an entrepreneur. But I feel like there's more ways of enjoying life, and just know your purpose. For me, my purpose is serving people, so it works. And then if it is that you want to have a business to serve your household, then you definitely got to consult people before you jump into it, because I've learned a lot of hard lessons through it, and I'm happy to share it in detail. Alhamdulillah, in the toughest moments, I've chosen to lead with integrity and doing what's right. I believe that true strength often shows up gently in quite thoughtful choices we make when no one's watching. I'm sure, like many of you, I faced personal setbacks, emotional burnout, and moment of doubt, but I never gave up. Discipline, faith, and gratitude attitude keep me going. Lessons I've learned is that build your character stronger than your brand. Relationships and reputations will always take you further than marketing or social media posts. Stay rooted in your values. The world will shift, but your core must stay strong. Owning my story, including the pain, and using it as a fuel. And advice from my fellow women entrepreneurs: own your voice, lead with kindness and courage. Learn constantly. You are never too experienced to evolve. Surround yourself with those who uplift and challenge you. Be a woman who builds others up. That's the real power. So in closing, thank you guys for listening with open hearts. I hope something as shared here resonated with you. May we continue to rise, support, and empower one another, because when women lift women, we all win. Let's continue to inspire, collaborate, and break barriers together. I do have an appointment thing over here. If you guys want to book 30 minutes with me, I'll leave it up here for anything at all. Okay, thank you guys.
Okay, I know we have people from other communities here, and I know that they want dinner.
Thank you so much.
So, we have 2 speakers left. We're not going to keep it short, but the Q&A session, we're going to keep that short. We can have interaction after dinner with our speakers. But for now, Sadaf, thank you so much for your speech. And I was thinking about our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He always inspired everyone to be an entrepreneur. He was never happy with salaried designations. He always wanted us to be risk-taking women, risk-taking men. Hazrat Khadija radhiyallahu anha was a successful businessman in that time. So seeing all of you all, it's really inspiring. And thank you so much for taking the stage today. Next up, Farah Kamal, founder of Kamal Law Firm, specializes in immigration, divorce, and custody law. A former chair of the Texas State Bar Diversity Committee, she is committed to advocacy and has served on multiple non-profit boards. She is a proud mother, passionate volunteer, and fierce community advocate. Please put your hands together.
All right, good evening and assalamu alaikum everyone. And we've had some wonderful speakers, so the bar is really high, so I'm going to try to speak as well as they are. First of all, I want to take this minute to thank the president of Pakistan Chambers and all the board members for taking this initiative to appreciate all the shining stars in our community and providing us a platform to provide inspiration to all the women attending. Next, I want to thank all the women who took a time to be here today on a holiday weekend, on a Saturday evening. Thank you. And it's an honor today to share the stage with all the shining stars of our community. Some of them are my dear friends who make me very proud. When I walked in today, the first question I was asked was to talk about women empowerment and to say what women empowerment means. And my response to that is, empowered women don't just break ceilings. They build new floors for others to rise. So let's help everyone build things together. Now, I accepted this invite graciously because I really appreciate this platform. And today, after I share my journey to my professional life, if there is one woman that can get inspired, and if I can show them the light to their path, my purpose is fulfilled. So I hope I can do that. So now let's talk about my journey. It's a little unique and a little different. You guys are gonna hear it and you're gonna know that I took a complete turn as I changed my professional life entirely. I moved to the United States with my parents as a child. I grew up in Chicago. I did my schooling there. I was an artist in high school. I used to paint murals and take competition in art competitions. I was actually receiving in my senior year scholarship to go to art school. I was very excited. I went to my parents and I said, Mommy, Papa, mujhe scholarship mil rahi hai. They said, kahan ki mil rahi hai? Art school ki mil rahi hai. And they just got quiet. What? Art school? Wahan kya karogi? You know, because that's the starving artist. What are you going to do? That's not even considered a career, right? So then I knew immediately that I had to turn away that scholarship and find another path. Then I started digging into what I'm gonna like to do, and in healthcare, because we all grow up with this, pretty much all the parents want their children to be doctors or engineers, not even lawyers. So I've always been the one to choose a path that's not very common. So from art, I went to healthcare. I became a radiology tech. I cross-trained in CAT scan. I worked in hospitals, I worked in trauma centers, I worked in orthopedic clinics, but I was also the firstborn in my family. So I knew I was getting married right away. So as soon as I turned 18, my mom wanted to ship me away. So I got married very young, got married when I was 21, moved to Houston back in 1996. This is an amazing community now, but back in 1996, I asked my parents, what did you do? Where did you send me? But anyways, I still found things to do. I started working here. I worked in the medical center. I worked in Methodist Sugar Land when it was just a small hospital. Cross-trained in different modalities. Had 2 boys, but I didn't feel challenged enough. I wanted to advance my education. And that's really when I ended up getting an internship for risk management in Methodist, and that's how my journey to law school began. And I went to law school. I got accepted here in South Texas. I went to law school with 2 little boys. They were 6 and 4. So I can tell you, there were many nights I didn't sleep because, as you all know, law school is no joke. I didn't sleep. I would stay up all night. I would get up, take the kids to school, come back, do the house stuff, because we still have to do all of that. We still have to cook, we still have to work and study, but no regrets. I was able to graduate. I took the bar exam. I was able to intern in Court of Appeals. I was able to intern in federal courts, graduated, and I went into my own practice. Went into my own practice because I knew that I wanted to be involved in my boy's life. So the only way to have that flexibility was to have my own company. So I went ahead and started my firm, and along with it, I stayed throughout the lives of my children. They were very active. I was involved in their school, their sport. They played basketball. I was the band mom. I was the designated basketball mom. I was the designated band mom. And along with it, I went ahead and practiced in family law. Now the question, why family law? I think that was my calling. I've always been the voice for everyone, even in high school and college. Whenever anybody had a problem or an issue, they grab my hand and say, can you come with us? Can you please talk to them? So I felt like that was my calling. So yes, we're here for women empowerment. And of course, I advocate for women, but I advocate for my clients. I represent fathers, I represent mothers, I represent children. I get appointed often from courts to advocate for children on Child Protective Services cases. And that's really rewarding to be the voice for little kids who can't speak for themselves. In addition to that, I'm fluent in Urdu. And as Houston is becoming so diverse, and unfortunately the divorce cases are rising, but we still have a disconnect between the Eastern world and the Western world. Now, because I grew up here, and I speak the languages, I understand the culture, I feel like I'm that bridge that connects the East to West. And it's not uncommon for me to get appointed to mediate cases simply because I can speak Urdu, I can connect with people that speak Hindi, and I can understand the culture. And it's very helpful and it's very rewarding because I think there is a huge need. And that's why I stayed in family law. It's very emotional, it's very stressful. But I continue to stay in it because there is a need. And as Houston's becoming so diverse, our community is increasing, there is an increasing need of someone to understand the dynamics of our culture. So that's kind of the gist of my story. That's what I do. 16 years later, I've got my own practice. I'm in the process of expanding. And one of the biggest achievements, if you ask me what I had, last year, my son actually graduated as an attorney from my alma mater. And on Mother's Day, I was able to go on stage and hood him as he received his degree. So that was a really proud moment, and that's it. And one last thing, and I'll close. And I do speak Urdu. I don't read and write as well, but I did write something in Urdu. It would be appropriate, and I'll close with this. हम उन छतों को तोड़ने आती हैं जो शीशे की होती हैं, लेकिन खामोशी से नहीं, आवाज़ के साथ, वक़ार के साथ और एक दूसरे का हाथ थाम कर आगे बढ़ने के लिए। अगर कभी रास्ता धुंधला जाए या रोशनी कम हो जाए, तो याद रखें, मैं यही हूँ आपके साथ।
And now, it's my pleasure to welcome next speaker, Judge Sonia Rash, to share her insights with us. Judge Sonia Rash, who took office in 2023, has nearly 2 decades of legal experience and holds degrees in law, international relations, and political science. A dedicated public servant, she is deeply involved in community outreach and legal education. Please join me in welcoming Sonia Rash to the stage.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you. First, I also want to thank the Pakistan Chamber of Commerce for not only inviting me here to speak, but also to meet all these wonderful ladies and hear your story too. So my name is Judge Sonia Rash. I am the Justice of the Peace, Precinct 3 here in Fort Bend. Just to tell you a little bit about who I am, I was born in Pakistan. My parents and my 2 older siblings, we moved to Houston when I was probably about 2 or 3 years old. So I don't have a lot of the memories of Pakistan, but I have visited as an adult a couple of times. So my mother was a nurse, and she worked for Bentab Hospital until she retired. And did she work hard? I remember nights where my mom would have to go to work while my dad would watch us when we were so young, and they would do the alternative in the morning for my father. I say this because my parents instilled in me, which I hope I'm instilling in my children, hard work. It pays off. You may not always achieve what you think you would like at that moment, but if you keep on trying and use as your passion, you will. And the reason I say this is because when I was growing up, I'll tell you a tiny little story. I went to, my high school was High School for Performing and Visual Arts. And that, when I went there, that was wonderful, but again, it's not something that usually our parents are pushing us to do, arts or any type of musical instruments for a career. After that, after I graduated, I went to Our Lady of the Lake University and I received a bachelor's degree. Then I went on and I went to St. Mary's University and I received an economic degree in international relations. I moved back home and then I went to Texas Southern University and I got my law degree. Thereafter, I am a practicing lawyer. I've been practicing probably about 20 years now. But there's something I want to tell y'all about my journey. I want to tell you that what inspired me to my passion is people and the law. Why? I think it's from a very early age. When I was growing up, and some of y'all may or may not remember this, back in the late 70s, early 90s, there was a war going on, the Iran-Iraq War. And in America, I believe people were judging all of us that looked like this. I must have been about 6, 7 years old, something like that. And I will never forget that I was very young and my mother went to go pick up my older sister from middle school. And as my sister was walking towards the car to get in, there were 2 boys behind her and they were yelling and screaming at her, "You go home from where you come from. You don't belong here. Your nose is too big. It's crooked. You look like a toucan." And I still recall, my sister walks to the car. She's walking from the school on the sidewalk. These kids are following her, telling her that. And all I could see was her crying as she gets into the car. And see, she must have been in 7th grade, 12 years old maybe, 11, 12 years old. And I knew, even though I was so young, it wasn't right. It wasn't right for anyone to be treated that way. Whether it was her, whether it was you, whether it was anyone. And I knew at that point that my mission, what I wanted to do, was to help. I didn't know how, I didn't know when, but that's what I wanted to do. That was my passion in life, was to try to help as many people as I can. I love the law, and that's why I went into being a lawyer, and that's why I went to law school, because I wanted to take that passion and take the passion of helping people and combine them. And I feel that's what I'm doing right now as I sit on the bench. When people walk into my court, anyone who walks in, I want to make sure that they are heard and that they are listened to, no matter what their religion is, no matter where they're from, no matter what they wear, what language they speak, or if they even have an accent or not. None of us should ever judge another person based on this. Unfortunately, we live in a world where we are judged upon some of these things. But I'm going to tell you, if you come into my court, if you come into my life, you are my friends, you will never be judged, not just by me, but anyone that I am surrounded with. And I hope that you also take this message. And if you see something, if you see someone that looks a little different from you, that talks a little different from you, that you remember this, that we shall never, ever base somebody based on what they look like, how they speak, or their religion. Now, I know that I'm probably talking a lot, but I want to tell you one last story. And this is really for all of us that feel like sometimes we can't achieve what we want. But I'm here to tell you, just like these ladies are, you can achieve anything you feel passionate about in your life, no matter what it is. When I first ran, I ran back in 2020. I did not win, but did I give up? No, because I knew what my true passion was, and that was being a lawyer, helping people. And I got myself up, and I said, I'm going to do this again. And I did. And at that time, I was very fortunate. I won. I won with the help of you people, with the help of strong women like you, not with the help of women that sometimes don't want to see other women succeed. We are not helping anyone when we do that. Whenever you think that way about someone that you may not even know, the way that I do it, I think about my two girls. And I think, how would they feel, or how would you feel if your daughters were treated this way? Judged unnecessarily, having an opinion about someone before you even met them. So I hope that everybody has an open heart whenever you meet someone, and realize that, yes, sometimes dreams are hard to achieve, but if you truly want it, if you truly are passionate about it, you've got to work for it. You've got to realize that you may fail sometimes doing it, but you've got to pick yourself up and keep going. So what I will end right now with is just to let you know, as I did, this was my second chapter in life. As I said, I am married, I've got 2 kids, my husband, I had a law practice for almost about 18 years. When I say this is my second chapter, as any chapter can be your second chapter or your third chapter. Being a judge is a second chapter to me. I never expected that I would have such great feelings about this, and I'm happy that I do, and I'm happy that I took the chance and I kept on going, and I hope whenever you feel like you can't, you get yourself up and you do the same thing. Thank you.
Now it's time to meet our leader. It will be my pleasure to share about our president, Mr. S.M. Ali. In an extremely short time, he's achieved outstanding success, rising to vice president and now serving as our standing president due to his exceptional capabilities. To his second term at Pakistan Chamber of Commerce, spanning over 2 years. His hard work and dedication are well known to the Houston community. A young, driven entrepreneur who started from humble beginnings and reached great heights. S.M. Ali needs no introduction, given his well-known contributions and dedication. Let's give a warm welcome to Mr. S.M. Ali, our president, also known as Houston the Ali Bhai.
Assalamu alaikum, ladies and few gentlemen. It's very awkward to say like this, but I'm very glad. First of all, thank you everyone, thank you all. आप सबके बाद मेरा यहाँ पर खड़ा होना is not right, but as of what you can say. I will keep short as much I can. As a vice president of Pakistan Chamber of Commerce, I wanna, it's just not recognizing excellence from all you guys did. I just want to mention some brilliant people behind Mr. Amir Piprani, who was not here. That's why I'm standing here. Mrs. Amir Piprani is here. And one of very special guests we have in our Korean is Mrs. Khalda Ghulam Nabi. She is the first lady in PIA Houston representative. Thank you so much for being here. And Mrs. Azra Nalsi, thank you so much for here. Tonight we come together not just to recognize excellence, but to celebrate the stance, vision, and impact of women who are making a real difference in their professions, in their community, and in the lives they touch. The event is tribute to the shining star among us, women who have broken barriers, lifted others, and lead with courage and conviction. Each speaker you heard tonight brought a unique journey and powerful voice. An inspiring story. Their experience reminds us that leadership is not about position, it's about purpose. Your success was not handed to you, it was earned through long nights, hard choices, and unwavering beliefs. You dare to dream in a world that is still too often asks women to shrink, to wait their turn, to be less. But you refused. And is going so you become a light for others. Powerful women don't just lead, they lift, they build, they create a space for more voices, more stories, more stars to raise. As a chamber, we are committed to creating a space where women are empowered, supported, and celebrated. Because when women raise, we all raise. So thank you for being here, for showing your support, and for standing with us is honoring this outstanding woman to our valued audience. Your presence here is a testament for your support for empowering women and advancing equality. Whether you are a community leader, a business professional, a student, or a supporter, you are a part of this collective movement for progress and appreciation. You believe in this importance of promoting women's voice is what allow even like this stage. I just want to say, take a few minutes to thank you for all of you. I really want you clap for yourself because of you this event happened. So thank you so much for all of your beautiful ladies because you took your time and come here. I don't want to give you my introduction because this is not my day, but I just want to mention for a few people, of course, every success man behind a woman's, and the people make a jokes when you need a more success, you can increase the woman's. So I will take in a different way, and I will give the explanation for why. So when a man is born, the first lady is a mother. She is also the biggest supporters. When you have a sister, she is one of the most biggest supporter in your life. So you have two women now. When you got married, and you will find your other beautiful half. So it's three women. So you increasing yours as women in your life, and you will get more success and success. I'm so blessed. I have my beautiful wife who made me what I am right now. She is there, and I'm so glad she supports me for everything. And I have three beautiful daughters and all their princes. And because of them, I can see I'm here as SMLE. So thank you, ladies. I'm really appreciate what you are. We come together and we make these statements, women always empowered. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ali. We're going to cut it a little short. We're going to have a question and answer session at the end. What about the chit chat?
Let's go to start chit chat,
Okay,
right?
just a few minutes. I know we're on the clock. We'll just take a few minutes. Yes, okay. Before we start the chit chat, we're going to invite Mrs. Amir Piprani Iram. Yes.
Iram
Our very own Iram, she was the owner of all this for how many years now? 4 years? And now she's given us the stage, so please give a round of applause to Iram. 10 years.
10 years. बच्चे से graduate नहीं हुए हो?
We will now ask Iram to come to the stage and give the certificate of appreciation to our speakers and for their time of giving us their inspiring words. Iram, please take the stage.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. It's an honor to see all these amazing women. First of all, please clap for yourself. This is such a beautiful room filled with women. First of all, I would like to say that, like Ali Bhai said, behind every successful man, there's a woman. But what I believe in, that behind every successful woman is a progressive man who believes in her and is there for her. Whether it's a father, a husband, a son, he's there for you. That's why you can conquer the world. And what I believe in today, that mashallah, this team has graduated. They have
Wearing our caps today.
Yes. Me and my husband, we had taken a break for almost for 5 months, and we have given this board the authority to do whatever they want to do. Not actually whatever, but we were there behind watching what they're doing.
With your words.
We were watching you. But alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, I can see this board has graduated today, and mashallah, mashallah, what a wonderful event. And I am so, so proud of you all, each and every one of you, that you have done amazing. And secondly, what I want to say is this, that the president is going to be very proud of you. I will let him know what you have done. And a leader needs a team to stand by them. You can take down a leader if you don't have a good team. And I am so, so happy that we had this team who had made us so proud. Thank you so much for being there for us. Thank you.
Our first speaker and our first certificate goes to Ms. Sajal Ali. Sajal Javed. You changed the surname. Somebody made it.
नहीं आप अली भाई अली भाई आप
I'm sorry, Sajal's husband.
No, I actually have a very funny story about this. When Sajal Ali came to Houston, I met her and I introduced myself and I said, I'm Sajal. And she said, oh नहीं अल्लाह नहीं, मैं समझी मेरा नाम बहुत यूनिक है. मैंने कहा बेटा आप मेरे सी उम्र में आदी हो, पहले मेरा नाम पढ़ा था फिर आपका नाम पढ़ा है.
Okay.
तो मैं ये ले लेती हूँ.
But we will have a change.
नाम change कर दे. Thank you.
We'll have a change.
I think the one who was creating the certificate had Sajal Ali on mind. Okay, next up we have a certificate for Sana Salman.
आप लोग भी ऊपर आ जाइए.
उनको बुलाते हैं जरा ना.
हाँ अजरा नार्सी.
I got carried away.
Thank you so much. Next.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mrs. Father, would you like to take the honors to be here on stage? No? Okay, next. Okay, next we have the certificate of Sonia Rash. Thank you, Sonia, for your inspiring work.
Ali bhai, आप यहीं रहे. Hi Sonia, how are you?
It's good to see you.
नहीं, you will be here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Next we have a certificate for Sadaf and Fauzia. Sadaf Sultan and Fauzia.
आजा. Assalamualaikum. Nice to meet you. Same.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Next, Ms. Banjoli. I'm going to give you the certificate.
कितना मजा आया ना जब.
सही है. Mispa and then Farah, right? We have Khalda Bhabi, Karachi restaurant. She's there, right? इसके बाद है ना?
Okay. Last one. We have Farah Kamal.
Yeah, go.
Mela, please go ahead. Do the honors.
Flip it. There's one more. एक और है. वो रहा.
we need a Yasmin.
हाँ, Yasmin Bhabi.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have one last certificate for the owner of the Karachi restaurant,
Yasmin Khalid.
Miss Yasmin Khalid.
Thank you so much.
आइए भाभी बीच में. Thank you for letting us host.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much भाभी.
Thank you. आपका भी बहुत.
एक सवाल है आपसे. थैंक यू सो मच इरम, आपका बहुत शुक्रिया, आप यहाँ पर आई हम लोगों के साथ, और आप सबका भी बहुत शुक्रिया. यास्मीन के ऊपर लाना बहुत मुश्किल था, इस वजह से मैंने सोचा कि इनको यहीं पे रोक लिया जाए, पकड़ लिया जाए. यास्मीन जो है वो कराची रेस्टोरेंट की जो है वो मालिक है, और इनसे मैं यही सोच रही थी कि इनको मैं कैसे लेकर आऊँ पर. तो यास्मीन, आपने भी बहुत स्ट्रगल की अपनी लाइफ में और अपनी ज़िंदगी को बनाने के लिए. आप क्या कहना चाहेंगी?
मैं ये कहना चाहूँगी कि अगर कोई भी इरादा कर लेना, सबसे पहली बात कि यहाँ पर बहुत सारे लोग पढ़े लिखे बैठे हैं, मैं बिल्कुल भी पढ़ी लिखी नहीं हूँ. उस लिहाज से मेरी लाइफ में काफ़ी प्रॉब्लम्स आते थे. फिर कोई मूवी देखी थी इंग्लिश, तो उसके बाद काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें सब मेरे पे हंसते थे. तो अब अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह ये जो मैंने बनाया है, तो जो हंस रहे थे वो खुद ही कहते हैं कि नहीं, तालीम ज़रूरी है मगर आपका इरादा उससे बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. अगर आपको इरादा कर लेना, क्योंकि मैंने जब ये इरादा किया तो मुझे डेफिनेटली मेरे पूरे घर में भी सका क्या कर रही है, पागल हो गई, ये क्या हो गया, मगर मैं हारी नहीं अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह. और अभी भी मुझे लगता है कि एवरी डे मुझे एक और दिन और अच्छा करना है. अभी तक मुझे नहीं लगता कि अभी बेस्ट हुआ है, अभी बहुत कुछ करना बाकी है. तो कभी भी अपना इरादा नहीं छोड़ना चाहिए. थैंक यू सो मच.
थैंक यू यास्मीन, थैंक यू. इस बात से सबको मेरा ख्याल है एहसास होता है इस बात का कि एजुकेशन होना ज़रूरी नहीं है, लेकिन आपका एक इरादा जो है ना वो बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग होना चाहिए. और यहाँ पे जितनी भी औरतें बैठी हुई हैं वो सब किसी न किसी चीज़ से गुजर के इस जगह पे पहुँची हैं, और इनके दिल की आवाज़ें हम तक आ रही हैं. और हम लोग कोशिश करेंगे कि अभी थोड़ी देर थोड़ी सी चिट चैट करें आप लोगों से अपने दिल को जोड़ने की कोशिश करेंगे. और हमारे साथ जो ये सारी ख़वातीन बैठी हैं जिन्होंने अपनी स्टोरी सुनाई, ये मेरा ख्याल है कि अगर देखा जाए पाकिस्तान से जो भी यहाँ पर आया और जिसने भी जो स्ट्रगल की, शादी के बाद बच्चे पाले या शौहर के साथ या जो भी है, ऑब्वियसली हर कोई अपने माँ बाप की गुड़िया होती है, और जब वो उस बबल में से निकलती है तो उसको पता नहीं होता कि ज़िंदगी में आगे क्या होने वाला है. तो हमें बहुत सारी मिसालें यहाँ पर बैठी हुई हैं, और यास्मीन से बात करने के बाद हमें एहसास हुआ है कि अपने इरादे को हमेशा मजबूत रखिएगा. मिलते हैं.
Thank you so much, Humaira. Before we end the evening, girls, come on, give me a chance. I know that you're really hungry, but please, just 1 second. Before I end this event today, stay, connect, be quiet, and enjoy the rest of the evening in celebration and unity. Thank you all once again for making tonight unforgettable. Dinner is served.
जेंट्स बोर्ड के साथ भी हो जाए. हमारे वाले तो पीछे खड़े रहेंगे. फराज भाई को मुझे हर दफ़ा बुलाना. आ जाओ. Where is फौजिया?
फौजिया किधर है? फौजिया
आजे फराज.
फौजिया को भी बुला ले. फराज आजे
अपनी बेगम के साथ आजे. यहाँ आ जाए.
अभी बेगम तुमन फौजिया आ जाओ. बैठो.
अली भाई
और कौन है?
फौजिया पता नहीं कहाँ गई.
मैं
आयशा अभी बोर्ड के साथ. अभी आयशा को बुला रही हूँ.